Everyone thinks 0% APR is a gift, a break, a second chance, a rare moment where the system finally gives you time instead of pressure. It sounds safe. It sounds generous. It sounds like the bank is on your side, and that's exactly why it's dangerous. Because 0% APR doesn't remove risk. It removes urgency. And when urgency disappears, most people make their biggest mistakes. It usually starts when money feels heavy, balances piling up. Interest eating every payment. No matter how hard you try, the number barely moves. Then the offer appears. 0% APR for 12 months. No interest. Transfer your balance today. It feels like relief for the first time in months, maybe years. You feel like you can breathe. You imagine what this means. Every dollar you pay will finally reduce the balance. No interest dragging you backward. No fire under your feet. So you accept. And at first, everything feels calm. Your statement looks quieter. Your minimum payment drops. The stress in your chest loosens. The calm is the trap. Because pain is what forces discipline, and 0% APR turns the pain off. You tell yourself you'll be careful. You promise this is just temporary. You swear you won't use the card again. But then life happens. You don't splurge. You don't go wild. You just use the card. A little. Gas. Groceries. A small emergency. It feels harmless. Because there's no interest, but the balance isn't shrinking anymore. It's quietly growing, and the clock is still running. That's the part most people forget. 0.0%. APR is not a pause. It's a countdown. Every month that passes is time you can't get back, but the statements don't remind you of that. They don't scream. They don't warn. They don't create fear. They show a low minimum payment and a calm number. Banks don't need to pressure you. They just need you to relax. And relaxation is expensive. Here's the psychology nobody explains. When interest disappears, your brain assumes danger disappeared too. It didn't. It just went silent. You start believing you have time, that you'll deal with it later, that next month will be easier. And stress makes people optimistic. I'll make more money soon. I'll pay it down later. I still have months. Banks count on that optimism. They know most people don't plan backward from the deadline. They plan forward from how they feel today. And today feels fine. That's why 0% APR doesn't ruin people immediately. It ruins them slowly. By giving them comfort before discipline. By letting small spending feel invisible. By making the deadline feel far away. This is where the illusion becomes dangerous, because every swipe during the 0% period doesn't just add to your balance. It steals time. Time you'll desperately need later. Time you think you still have. And the most dangerous part, nothing feels wrong. There are no alerts. No warnings. No penalties. Just quiet statements and a ticking clock. Most people don't fail because they're irresponsible. They fail because they relax, and the system is designed to punish relaxation. 0% APR doesn't ask whether you're trying. It watches what you actually do. It watches patterns. And if your pattern includes comfort, delay, and small exceptions, the ending is already written, because when the calm ends, the pressure doesn't return gently. It comes back all at once. And by the time most people realize that, the countdown is almost over. The countdown doesn't end loudly. There's no alarm. No warning siren. No moment where the system stops you and says, time's almost up. The 0% period just ends. One day you open your statement, like you always do. Same app. Same layout. Same calm routine. And then you see it. The interest rate is back. Not slowly, not gently. Instantly. 20%. Sometimes more. And it applies to whatever balance is left. Not the balance you started with. The balance you live with now, including every small swipe you didn't think mattered. Every moment you told yourself you had time. This is when panic begins, because suddenly the math changes. Payments that once felt manageable barely touch the Balance.interest starts eating every dollar. Again, progress reverses, and the worst realization hits all at once. You didn't escape debt, you delayed it. Some people get hit even harder because certain cards don't just turn interest back on, they add deferred interest. That means if you didn't pay the full balance before the deadline, the bank charges interest retroactively on the entire amount. From the very first day. Months of free borrowing suddenly weren't free at all. Hundreds. Sometimes thousands added instantly. And by the time people notice, it's already locked in. There's no undo button. No apology credit. No reset. This is where frustration turns into anger. People feel tricked, but the system will tell you everything worked exactly as promised. The fine print was there. The deadline was clear. The responsibility was yours, and technically that's true, but here's what's rarely acknowledged. The system wasn't built to help you win. It was built to test whether you'd stay disciplined when nothing hurt, and most people don't, not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, because they're human. There's another layer to this trap that hits quietly. Balance transfer fees. When you moved your debt to the 0% card, you probably paid a fee, 3%, 5% on a large balance. That's hundreds of dollars added immediately before you even made your first payment. That fee increases your total balance. And that matters. Because higher balances affect your credit utilization. And utilization affects your credit score. So while you felt like you were fixing debt, your profile quietly weakened. Your score dipped, your risk increased. Your future options narrowed. It's subtle, but lenders notice. And then there's the rule that hurts the most. Miss one payment. Just one. Be late by a day, sometimes even by hours. The 0% offer can disappear. Immediately. No forgiveness. No warning. No second chance. Interest turns on early. And sometimes it applies to the entire balance. This is why banks love these offers. Not because most people fail dramatically, but because many people fail slightly. One late payment, one miscalculation, one assumption. Banks don't reward effort, they reward patterns and 0%. APR reveals patterns brutally. It shows whether you actually stop spending, whether you plan backward from a deadline, whether you treat time like money. If you do, it can help you. If you don't, it magnifies every mistake. This is why so many Americans say the same thing. I had a 0% card and still ended up deeper in debt. They aren't lying, they were tested and they didn't realize it. Here's the rule nobody says clearly, 0%. APR only works if you already behave like someone who doesn't need it. You must freeze spending, you must calculate the exact payoff timeline, you must treat the end date like a wall, not a suggestion, otherwise the calm becomes a trap. The irony is, brutal people who are already struggling are the most attracted to these offers, and they're the most likely to underestimate time because stress makes people optimistic about the future. I'll earn more next month. I'll catch up later. I still have time. Banks count on that optimism. They don't need you to fail immediately. They just need you to relax long enough. Here's the real lesson hiding underneath all of this. Debt isn't dangerous because of interest. It's dangerous because of behavior. 0%. APR removes pain without removing temptation. And when pain comes back, it comes back harder. This doesn't mean 0% APR is evil. It means it's precise. It magnifies discipline and it magnifies mistakes used correctly. It's a tool used casually. It's a delay bomb. If you don't have a written payoff plan, if you don't stop using the card completely, if you don't treat the deadline like it decides your future, you're not using 0% APR. It's using you. Most people don't lose to interest, they lose to comfort, and comfort is expensive because in finance, the system doesn't punish desperation. It punishes relaxation. Once you understand that, everything changes. You stop chasing relief. You stop trusting calm statements. You stop assuming Time is on your side. You start building control. Instead, and that's when the system finally stops winning quietly. If this helped you see money differently, hit like so more people can find this. Share it with someone who thinks 0%. APR is free money. And subscribe, because the next video breaks down how credit card rewards quietly punish beginners even more brutally. That story surprises almost everyone.